imagination. Back on the cinema scale, guys, we have Harold and the Purple Crayon. Inside his book, adventurous Harold can make anything come to life simply by drawing it. After he grows up and draws himself off the book's pages and into the physical world, he soon learns his trusty crayon can set off more hilarious hijinks than he thought possible. The movie stars Zachary Levi, Zoe Deschanel, and an exciting, adventurous kid wonder, Benjamin Botani. The film focuses on the book Harold and the Purple Crayon. And one of the challenges that you're going to naturally want to approach or find out is, does this book translate to film? The story centers around Harold coming into the real world to find his beloved creator. And obviously, there are some hilarious chuckle moments as he transitions from the cartoon book version of himself to the real world version of Harold in this film. It kind of gives you the vibe of Fat Albert and Enchanted. Gives you that kind of vibe. And then he has his sidekick friends with him, Moose and a Porcupine. And so the film does have some predictability to it. I know that there are moments in the movie where you're thinking in your mind, hey, listen, I see this coming. I understand where that's coming from. But if you can get past the things that are obvious in this film, you really have some great entertainment. There were moments in the movie where I found it to be hilarious. I think that the way they took the stories of Harold's adventures and put them into this movie, it's a really fun family movie. Now, granted, there are some plot holes that you're trying to figure out, okay, why did we develop this way? And then we forget to add on or give closure in that aspect. We do have some great supporting roles. I will say that the star of this film was definitely Benjamin, who plays Mel. One of the things that I appreciated about his character was the believability in a role like this. It's not easy to strictly focus on your imagination as a young actor. And he did that eloquently in this movie. You kind of care about him as a character. You kind of you feel like you're attached to him, kind of like an uncle or an older brother, or like that kind of relationship to this character in the movie. I will say Zachary Levi was a bit extra in the film. He did have moments where you're like, okay, dude, are you just moronic, or are we trying to just portray you as an imaginary, fictitious book character in the real world? The adventure that they go on surrounding this circumstance is very in tune with the book. So if you're trying to find that book vibe, if you're trying to find that book magic in this film, you're going to get that. That is one thing that makes this story and plot so smooth that it translates very well. You feel as though you're watching a video book, that you're listening to or viewing a book in its raw form. And there's nice closure in connection with this film. There are some twists and turns that you're not expecting. Although there are some plot holes in the movie, there's some inconsistencies, there are some predictable moments, you will find yourself still being emotionally stirred up. And that's really the goal of a movie like this. From book to film, this movie is going to leave you feeling emotionally stirred up. Nice background story in connection with Zoe Deschanel and Benjamin. They don't go into full detail. So if you're thinking you're going to be getting this crazy sob story in this movie, the runtime is an hour and a half. And I feel like they had a lot to do in this film, but a short amount of time to do it. You can definitely tell that there were certain things in the film that were edited out. But even with the editing, even with the way the story progressed, it wasn't rushed. There was a lot going on in the movie, but it wasn't rushed. I wish there was a better character development with some of the characters because that would have added to the comedic essence of the film. But you really do feel entertained watching this movie from beginning to end. There is one post-credit scene in connection with this film. I encourage you to stay and watch it. It's very, very close to the credit. Right after the main few credits, you'll be able to see this scene. It connects nicely with the plot, gives you a nice little chuckle at the end of the film. So guys, that was Harold and the Purple Crayon. Let me know in the comment box what you thought about this movie. Did it stir you up emotionally? Did it make you want to reach out and hug somebody? Or perhaps did this movie make you want to punch someone in the very face that's next to you? Let me know in the comment box, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next review. Peace out.